Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We play to win. Let's go!
Here we go, back man. 180! Yep. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 280! Kill!
Push him back. To the mic. Run it.
Hey, Steve 6.
To Mike 2.
Nice 5-7.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing his Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Back. 280. Run. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Now a draw play for Gurley. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go. 120.
Right there. Let's go one more.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Gurley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Sunday.
From the 39, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Well, they try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Love. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. But early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 31, Wentz. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hey, Haywood!
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun handoff now for Love. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7 and an Eagle 1st down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Curley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Darian Conley, the one to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Wentz. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? and who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now it's Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On play action, Haskins throwing right, and that's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd down, Haskins. Going to throw right side here, complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll have a first down past the 40. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 74 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Haskins. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up. To the 29-yard line.
Let's go! The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
At their own 46-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Haskins, third and long. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pick me up. Here we go. He gave it to him.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Now he's forced out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And an alley to run. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again for the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now Wentz. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
5-9. Choose the mic.
They're not ready for that. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Like 2 more Tokyo.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on 1st down. Love, the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 41 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Eagles 22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Great 15, great 15. Go, go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great 57.
10. Check, 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 check.
Greystone travel.
Again, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
We
got this. Double tight. Double tight. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Mike 2. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
On 1st down, Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Throwing there.